when you're serving at the pleasure of your stakeholders, that's servant leadership. Now, I believe that in my role as CEO, one might think there's a kind of a pyramid and I'm at the top of it. In reality, that's an inverted pyramid. When you're at the top, the assumption is that this person has the power and then commands down. There's a hell of a lot more people that are in the pyramid than just me.
Right.
And so if all of a sudden, let's say the leadership team, we've got, about 10 on our leadership team, if they decide we're not working for this guy anymore, guess what happens to me? And so you have to serve every stakeholder and every constituent in a way that they believe and that ultimately produces the results that that improves the experiences that that particular stakeholder has. Now, many times these experiences are or these desires are kind of at odds with one another, but actually getting and demonstrating like I understand what you're going through. I understand what your experience is in your day to day, and I am committed to making sure that's the best experience. So while I don't claim to be somebody that's going to all of a sudden write code alongside of our engineering team, I am absolutely somebody that is at the forefront, happy to be in the field, talking to any one of our customers at any point in time, happy to take a call, happy to jump on the phone for support calls. And so if you really want to understand what your employee base is going through and what their experiences are, you have to live them. I don't believe that we can properly serve all of our stakeholders, which are customers, investors, employees, anybody that's even tertiarily associated with what we're solving for, unless we can really appreciate where they're at. It's really about understanding where they're at so that we can get to a better and a higher why of what we're solving for. We can certainly spend time in the what and getting deep into how somebody is creating what they're developing, what their processes are so that they can have a better experience or a more efficient experience. But if we're not solving for the why, especially when we talk about servant leadership, we're going to miss the mark. And so from our perspective, we make software for regulatory compliance purposes. Probably not the sexiest thing anybody's talked about, but it's the underpinning behind these regulated industries that we support that allow for really meaningful impact, such that those industries can thrive because they have a supply chain that has the strongest integrity, that's resilient, that's visible. And so in many situations, regulated supply chains and the software that helps support those supply chains is required. And our mantra is moving from required to desired. Finding a way to make it exciting to get to the DMV, make you want to go there. How do we do that? What would have to happen? And these are the questions that we're asking ourselves every day. And so if we're going to be really authentic with leading in that way, then we have to find a way to serve our customers in a way that makes it desirable for them to get logged into a regulatory compliance solution. And to me, servant leadership is about serving them.